Okay, so announcements for today. Well, this is our first live broadcast since I've been back from Thailand. I was just away in Thailand for my second trip in as many months. And there's lots to announce from that trip. We have one new member of the community, and we lost another member of our community, so changing. But we picked up Michi Jai, whose Pali name is Attasiri, and so she will be staying here for a while, and if she likes it, which I think she does, she might try to get a long-term visa and stay over the long term, and maybe perhaps ordain as a samaneri. Amici Jai is a little bit older, and she's someone who has helped me a lot in Thailand. Some people in our community actually know her from Thailand, where we were working together to help foreign meditators. Anyway, so she's here now. She's staying in one of the caves, and Yasa has left, so we're left with one samaneri and myself who are going on alms round. We have a new well that has been dug with lots of water, which is great. Our old well had very, very little water in it, even during the rainy season. It's always rainy season here, but we found a new well, and I just went and looked at it today. I'll have some pictures of that up. Try to put a picture of that up on the internet because it's quite exciting. There's about 10 feet of water in it, which is really great. They just dug a hole in the forest, and they dug it in the right spot. So we'll have water soon, or we'll have a new source of water soon. And the rooms are almost finished. We've got we got 2 new rooms. And today they were working on the wiring, and they're going to come back next Saturday to finish up the wiring, which is just in time for our new meditators. Now on the 22nd, I believe, there's a man coming from, I don't remember where, Finland, I think. And he wants to stay until October and then go with me to Thailand, which is my next announcement, that I'll be heading back to Thailand in November. But let's get through this first. So this man coming from Finland, he will be here on the 22nd, and then on the 27th there are 4 Thai meditators coming. So it's really really picking up, actually. Then in August there are 2 men coming, and there are still two or three people who are interested in becoming monks, who are still working out their affairs and might be heading over here sometime in the near future. So it looks like the interest in coming out to Sri Lanka is really picking up. One thing about coming to Sri Lanka is it doesn't seem to have ever been an option for people, or something that people considered. Most people, when they think of going to practice meditation, think of going to Thailand to practice. And myself included, really, you never would hear about much about going to Sri Lanka to practice meditation. Now it turns out that there are a couple of really nice meditation centers here, but they're not well publicized, and I think that is changing now. Nisarana now has a very nice website if you look up nisarana.org or something. And Kandu Bodha has many foreign students now, and that's the publicity on that is getting out. They published a couple of books of Bhante Pema series teachings. So I really think it's worth to say this, that Sri Lanka is a viable place to come to practice meditation, and it's an incredibly beneficial place, or is a good place for living as a monk. It's conducive. That's the word I'm going to say. Incredibly conducive place to live the monk's life. much more than any place that I've ever lived. So for those people who are thinking to ordain, this is a good place to recommend. Now, that being said, it turns out that I'm probably not going to be here all of the time in the future. So as for my own future works, it looks like I'm going to be heading to Thailand, as I said, in November for 3 months. And that might become a pattern in the future, where I spend something like 3 months in Sri Lanka and 3 months in Thailand. Because the last announcement is that this forest monastery that I was staying at, I don't remember when, one of the many forest monasteries that I tried to desperately in vain to set up a forest meditation center that I could say was mine and that I would run and so on. The head monk there has sort of been put in the position by my teacher, and he's not really keen on it. So he quite willingly or emphatically and insistently insisted that I come and help him there. So, which is really fine with me. I'm quite happy to do it because of the nature of the place. We put a lot of work into the place before building up the kutis and repairing the place and turning it into what we thought would be a really good international meditation center. And now the exciting thing is it looks like that might come to be. That he's really keen to have it become a center, and he's not at all possessive of it. So what he wants to do is go home to his province of Ratburi near Bangkok and give it to me for 3 months or whatever, for a month or whatever he decides. And his hope is that I'll be able to do that in the future. And I think it's a good sort of compromise. One of the things is that being in Thailand for so long, I lost a lot of my English skills, as I think is probably apparent. But I gained a fair fluency in the Thai language, the ability to teach Buddhism in Thai, which really shone through in this past month, the ability to teach even Thai people. So it'd be a shame not to spend some time in Thailand, even though I'm just as or even more comfortable just staying in Sri Lanka. But looks like that's not going to be. One of the big things that I've realized is that I'm probably never going to be the head of a monastery, or not in the near future anyway. It's not very easy for a foreign monk to do in a country like Sri Lanka or Thailand, and so the only option would be to go back to the West or go to some country to start a monastery in a European or in a non-Buddhist country, ironically. That in Buddhist countries they're not very keen to have, they don't seem very keen anyway to have foreign monks become the head of a center. Anyway, so lots of announcements, there you are. That's what's happening here, and hopefully that catches everyone up a little bit on what's going on. The whole video making scene is not really probably going to pick up much. I have a few other things on my plate right now, and I'm probably not going to be doing much in the way of new videos. There are a few that I want to make. I'd like to finish the series on blessings, and there is the how to meditate for kids videos that I can make now that my computer is working properly. The graphics card is working properly, so I can do those cartoon animations again. But other than that, I wouldn't expect too much besides this Monk Radio broadcast. I'm going to be working on the book, this book project that we put together, editing all those texts that everyone so kindly transcribed for me. And that's about it. Just hanging out, doing as much meditation as I can, and trying to keep dedicated to the practice and the life of the following the Buddha's teaching. So those are my announcements, and I'm doing it alone now. As you can see, I have no crowd yet. Maybe in the future we'll have some more people joining us here. It'd be nice now if we could have people come on the air, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, announcements for tonight.